Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Look, we're trying to plug in. I like this. Let's try to charge. That for them.
Here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, Baltimore.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left right, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson up top again. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 2. Design run here with Jackson. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, here's May. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. To the goal line and in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now he's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is May. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now Jackson on the move. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
4th down. Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
We changed it.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Now it is first and goal.
180. 13. What? 180.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job there, hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
You at X. Hey.
Again, it's Jackson. Escaping to his left.
Lamar Jackson scrambles from the pocket. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the first. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
What? Ready, shot. Go right here. Hey, report. Sit up.
Jackson now.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The offense will stay out trying to get this final yard. It is 4th and goal. Back to throw, Jackson. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7.
Steelers 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. May gonna look to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Exiting the pocket right. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody really uncovers downfield, forces him to make a difficult throw, and falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Now it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
To throw now, May. Thrust, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down, May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He's got it in. It's Dobbs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First and 10.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A give, and here's Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6. Here's May. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
And the Steelers, first down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Here goes throw.
They'll run with Johnson. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
He was worthless at the 4-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Good throw. Hey, what's that?
Johnson. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall. They're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Third and goal.
Here goes throw. Rip.
This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Ravens 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. Down the left sideline. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. It covers 63 yards. 1st and goal, and it's Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Steelers 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Steelers 1st down.
May to the air once more. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On the give, it's Johnson. And And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. We'll talk things over before third down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break. Come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Here comes a return from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's May to throw it on first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down. Another run here with Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. We can see the results.
Brings up second and 9.
From the 23, here's second down and 9. Throwing is May. And he'll take it on in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Steelers.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
No, we changed it.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Off the play fake. Jackson on the run to the right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
No, we changed it. 13. You at X.
On third down, Jackson. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. That is taken at the 10. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. To throw on first down is May. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down. May now on first and 10. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. He'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 3. To throw is May. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run. Johnson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll go again with Johnson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First down, they'll start the drive with Henry. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, not easier to convert.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Ravens. That touchdown number 23 for him on the season. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's May. Throw on the run is complete. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
It's second and inches at the 39-yard line.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On first down, right back to Johnson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's second and 10. Throwing now is May. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 22 yards to pick up there. That's a Steeler first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here comes second and 4. Here's Johnson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll try the right side with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Mitchell. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Jackson up top again. A throw right side is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
41, Ravens 24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. Rolling right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second down. Jackson. The ball comes out. Looks like one of the Ravens was able to fall on it. Yes, indeed they did. So Baltimore will keep possession. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Hey! Go. 180.
Now Jackson.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Ravens bring their punt team out, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. They take this in back at the 16.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. That is now 6